Welcome to English Learning Channel. Hello friend, welcome to English Learning Channel. I'm so happy you are here today. This video is made specially for you. Whether you are a beginner or intermediate learner, this story will help you grow. How this video helps you? You will listen and read at the same time. This helps your brain learn faster. You'll see new words and hear correct pronunciation. Pause anytime to practice speaking out loud. Today's story. Today you'll meet a boy named Marco. He lives in a small mountain village. Life is hard, but his dreams are big. Let's begin his inspiring journey together. Chapter 1. Life in the Mountains. High in the mountains, there was a tiny village called San Miguel. The houses were made of stone and wood. Clouds touched the rooftops every morning. Life here was simple but not easy. Meet Marco. In this village lived a 12-year-old boy named Marco. He had bright eyes and a curious mind. His family was poor, but they loved each other deeply. Marco shared a small room with his younger brother Luis. Marco's family. Marco's father worked on a coffee farm. His mother washed clothes for other families. They woke up before sunrise every single day. Marco saw how hard they worked and it touched his heart. Going to school. Every morning, Marco walked to school. The journey took 1 hour on a rocky mountain path. He carried his books in an old cloth bag. His shoes had holes, but he never complained. Marco's dream. Marco had a big dream in his heart. He wanted to become a doctor one day. "I want to help sick people in my village," he told his mother. She smiled and said, "Then you must study very hard." The challenge. But there was a problem. Marco's school had no science books. The teachers were kind but not well trained. How could he become a doctor without proper education? Marco's love for English. Marco discovered something special at school. He loved learning English. English is like a bridge, his teacher said. It connects you to the whole world. Practicing alone. Marco practiced English every chance he got. He talked to himself while walking to school. He repeated words and sentences again and again. Other kids thought he was strange, but Marco didn't care. A precious gift. One day, his mother brought home something special. It was an old English dictionary from the market. "I found this for you," she said with a tired smile. Marco hugged the book like it was pure gold. Night study. Every night, Marco studied by candlelight. The electricity only worked 2 hours each day. He wrote new words in a notebook made from old papers. Sleep could wait, dreams could not. People started laughing. Some people in the village began to talk. "Marco thinks he's so special," they whispered. "A poor boy wanting to be a doctor? Impossible." But Marco's father told him, "Let them talk. You keep walking." Chapter 2. The Big Test. After 2 years of hard work, exciting news came. The government announced a scholarship exam. Winners would get free education in the city. This was Marco's chance to change everything. Preparing day and night. Marco studied harder than ever before. He woke at 4 a.m. every morning. After helping his parents, he studied until midnight. His little brother Luis watched him with admiration. The day arrives. Finally, exam day came. Marco walked 3 hours to reach the test center. His heart was beating like a drum.
He wore his cleanest shirt and carried hope in his heart. The examination room. The room was full of students from everywhere. Many wore expensive clothes and carried fancy bags. Marco looked at his cloth bag and old shoes. But then he remembered knowledge doesn't need fancy clothes. Taking the test. Marco opened the exam paper carefully. Mathematics, Science and English, 3 sections. His hands shook a little, but his mind was clear. He answered every question with full concentration. The English section. When Marco reached the English section, he smiled. This was his favorite part. Reading comprehension, grammar, vocabulary. He knew it all. All those nights with his dictionary were paying off.
Walking home. After the exam, Marco walked home slowly. He felt tired, but also proud. He had given everything he had. Now he could only wait and hope. Waiting for results. Days turned into weeks. Every morning, Marco checked the village post office. Nothing yet, the postman said each time. Marco tried to stay positive, but worry grew in his heart. Bad news. 1 month later, the results finally arrived. Marco ran to the post office with his father. They opened the letter with shaking hands. Marco's name was not on the winner's list. Heartbreak. Marco felt like the world stopped spinning. All his hard work seemed wasted. He walked home in silence, holding back tears. His mother saw his face and hugged him tight. Dark night. That night, Marco couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling, feeling empty inside. Maybe I'm just not smart enough, he thought. Maybe they were right. Maybe I was dreaming too big. Lias's question. The next morning, little Lias came to Marco. "Brother, will you still help me with English today?" Lias looked at him with innocent, trusting eyes. In that moment, something changed inside Marco. A new understanding. Marco realized something important. Failure was not the end of his journey. It was just a bend in the road. He could choose to stop, or he could keep going. Chapter 4. The Second Chance. Marco picked up his books again. He started studying even harder than before. "I failed once," he said to himself, "but that doesn't mean I'll fail forever." A visitor arrived. One day, a woman named Dr. Elena visited the village. She was a doctor from the city. She came to provide free medical checkups. Marco volunteered to help translate for elderly people. Marco meets Dr. Elena. Dr. Elena noticed Marco's good English. "Where did you learn to speak so well?" she asked. Marco told her his story, his dreams, his failure, everything. Dr. Elena listened carefully, her eyes full of kindness. An opportunity. "Marco," Dr. Elena said, "I run a medical clinic in the city. We need someone who speaks both Spanish and English. Would you like to work with us part-time and study?" Marco couldn't believe his ears. Was this really happening? A difficult decision. Marco talked to his parents that night. "I would have to move to the city," he said. His mother cried, but they were happy tears. "Go," his father said. "This is your chance. Take it." Leaving home. The morning Marco left was both sad and exciting. His mother packed food for the journey. Lias hugged him tight and said, "Come back and visit." The whole village came to say goodbye. Arriving in the city. The city was overwhelming at first.
Tall buildings, busy streets, so many people. Marco felt small and scared, but he remembered why he came. He had a mission. Working at the clinic. Marco started working at Dr. Elena's clinic. He helped patients, cleaned equipment, and translated. Every day he learned something new about medicine. At night, he studied from the clinic's medical books. Evening classes. Dr. Elena enrolled Marco in evening classes. Here he could finish his high school education. The classes were in English, which made them harder, but Marco never gave up. He asked questions and took notes. Making new friends. At school, Marco met students from different backgrounds. Some were rich, some were poor like him. One girl named Sophia became his study partner. "Your dedication inspires me," she told him. Sending money home. Every month, Marco sent money to his family. It wasn't much, but it helped. His mother wrote him letters full of pride. "You are making a difference," she wrote. Chapter 4. Growing Stronger. 2 years passed quickly. Marco graduated from evening school with honors. His English was now excellent. His knowledge of medicine was growing every day. The university exam. Dr. Elena encouraged Marco to try again. "Apply for medical university," she said. "You're ready now. I believe in you." Marco felt nervous, but decided to trust her words.
Intense preparation. Marco prepared for the entrance exam. He studied biology, chemistry, physics, and English. He worked at the clinic during the day. At night, he studied until his eyes hurt. The second exam. On exam day, Marco felt different than before. He was not the same scared boy from the village. He had grown. He had learned. He was ready. He walked into that exam room with confidence. Better than before. The questions were difficult, but Marco was prepared. Every section felt manageable this time. When he finished, he felt calm inside. "I did my best," he thought. "That's what matters." The long wait. Waiting for results was hard again, but this time, Marco kept himself busy. He worked, studied, and helped other students. He had learned that life continues even while you wait. The letter arrived. 3 weeks later, Dr. Elena called Marco into her office. She was holding an envelope with the university seal. "I think you should open this," she said with a smile. Marco's hands trembled as he took it. Success! Marco had been accepted. Not just accepted, he got a full scholarship. His scores were in the top 10%. Tears of joy ran down his face. Calling home. Marco immediately called his family. His mother cried with happiness on the phone. Louis shouted, "I knew you could do it." His father's voice broke as he said, "I'm so proud of you, son." Chapter 5. Medical Student. Marco began medical university at age 20. The campus was beautiful, with modern classrooms and labs. For someone from a small mountain village, it felt like a dream. But Marco never forgot where he came from. Challenges in university. University was harder than anything Marco had done before. The textbooks were thick and complicated. Many students had studied in expensive private schools, but Marco had something they didn't: determination. Study groups. Marco formed a study group with 5 other students. They met every evening to review lessons. Marco's English skills helped everyone understand better. He became known as the hardest working student in class. Hospital training. In his 3rd year,
Marco began hospital training. He wore a white coat for the first time. He learned to examine patients, diagnose problems, and show compassion. Every patient reminded him of his village and why he started this journey. Remembering his promise. During holidays, Marco always returned home. The mountain path to San Miguel felt shorter now. He brought medicines and treated sick villagers for free. The children gathered around him, asking, "Will you teach us English?" Teaching the children. Marco started a small English class in the village. Every evening, children came with notebooks and pencils. He taught them basic words and simple sentences. "English helped me change my life," he told them. Inspiring others. Soon, 3 students from San Miguel passed their exams. They got scholarships to study in the city. Marco helped them prepare and gave them advice. His mother said, "You're not just becoming a doctor, you're building a bridge for others." Final year. Marco's final year of medical school arrived. He specialized in rural healthcare and emergency medicine. His thesis was about bringing healthcare to mountain villages. His professors praised his research and dedication. Graduation day. The day finally came. Marco stood on stage in his graduation gown. He received his medical degree with highest honors. In the audience, his entire family watched with tears of pride. Dr. Marco. Marco was now officially a doctor. At age 26, he had achieved his dream, but he knew this was not the end. This was only the beginning of his real mission. Chapter 6. Returning home. After graduation, Marco had many job offers. Big hospitals in the city wanted to hire him. He could earn good money and live comfortably. But Marco made a different choice. The big decision. "I'm going back to San Miguel," Marco announced. His friends were shocked. "Why?" they asked. "There's no hospital there. You'll earn nothing." But Marco smiled. "That's exactly why I must go." Building a clinic. With help from Dr. Alina and other supporters, Marco built a small clinic. It had 3 rooms, basic equipment, and lots of love. He called it Hope Clinic, Clínica Esperanza. The village celebrated like it was a national holiday.
Free healthcare. Marco treated patients for free or for whatever they could pay. Sometimes they paid with vegetables or eggs, sometimes just with gratitude. Marco didn't care about money, he cared about helping people. Training others. Marco trained young people from the village as health assistants. He taught them first aid, hygiene, and basic health care. Knowledge should be shared, he said. We must all lift each other up. The mobile clinic. Marco started a mobile clinic for distant mountain villages. Every week, he traveled with his team carrying supplies. They crossed rivers and climbed steep paths. Wherever they went, people welcomed them with open hearts. Louis follows his brother. Louis, Marco's younger brother, was now in university. He was studying to become a teacher. "You inspired me," Louis told Marco. "Now I want to inspire others too." A letter from Dr. Elena. One day, Marco received a letter from Dr. Elena. "I always knew you would do something special," she wrote. "You didn't just become a doctor, you became a hero." Marco smiled. He never thought of himself as a hero. Chapter 7. The true meaning of success. Years passed. Marco was now 35 years old. His clinic had grown. It now had 10 rooms and 4 doctors. Hundreds of patients received care every month. The village of San Miguel had changed completely. Reflections. One evening, Marco sat on the mountain watching the sunset. He thought about his journey from that scared boy to this moment. What is success, he asked himself. Is it money? Fame? Power? Real success. Marco realized the truth. Success is not what you have. Success is who you become. Success is how many lives you touch. Teaching young doctors. Now, medical students came from the city to learn from Marco. "Why did you come back to this village?" they asked. Marco smiled. "Because this is where I'm needed most. Success means nothing if you don't share it." The awards. Marco received awards from the government. Newspapers wrote stories about him, but he remained humble and kind. He still wore simple clothes and walked the same mountain paths. Marco's philosophy. When people asked for his secret, Marco always said, "I had 3 things: a dream, determination, and discipline." Dreams give you direction. Determination keeps you going. Discipline makes it happen. Never forget your roots. Never forget where you come from, Marco often said. Your past is not your prison, it's your power. Use your struggles to help others. That's the true purpose of success. Teaching English still. Marco still taught English to village children. Every Sunday, his house was full of eager students. "English changed my life," he told them. "It can change yours too." Words of wisdom. When people laugh at your dreams, don't argue. Let your success speak for you later. Work in silence. Let results make the noise. Believe in yourself even when nobody else does. Failure is not the end. "I failed my first big exam," Marco shared with students. "I felt like the world was ending, but that failure taught me strength. Sometimes you need to fall to learn how to rise. Hard work always pays. Nothing worth having comes easy," Marco reminded everyone. "I studied by candlelight. I walked hours to school. I worked while others slept. But every sacrifice was worth it." Be kind always. Success without kindness is empty, Marco believed. Help others climb. Share your knowledge. The more you give, the more you receive. That's the law of true success. Chapter 8. Message to you. Now, dear friend watching this video, listen carefully. Marco's story is real. It happens to many people. Maybe you are facing challenges right now. Maybe people are laughing at your dreams. You can do it. Remember this, you are stronger than you think. Your background doesn't determine your future. Your determination does. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. English opens doors. Learning English is like learning to fly. It opens doors around the world. It connects you to opportunities and knowledge. Every word you learn is a step towards your dreams.
Practice every day. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Marco studied by candlelight. You have electricity. Marco walked hours to school. You have internet. Use what you have. Practice every single day. Make mistakes freely. Don't be afraid to make mistakes in English. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. Every expert was once a beginner. Every fluent speaker once struggled with words. Listen and read. The best way to learn English
is to listen and read together. Watch videos like this one again and again. Read the words while listening to pronunciation. Your brain will learn naturally. Speak out loud. Practice speaking even when you're alone. Talk to yourself in English. Repeat sentences from videos. Don't worry about sounding perfect. Be patient with yourself. Learning takes time. You won't be fluent in one day or 1 week, but if you practice every day, you will improve. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Never give up. There will be days when you feel tired, days when English seems too difficult, days when you want to quit. On those days, remember Marco. Remember why you started. Your dream matters. Whatever your dream is, it matters. Maybe you want to study abroad. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you just want to speak confidently. Small steps, big results. You don't need to study 10 hours a day. Even 15 minutes daily makes a difference. Small, consistent steps lead to big results. Start small, but start today. Believe in your journey. Your journey is unique. Don't compare yourself to others. Focus on your own progress. Celebrate every small victory. English Learning Channel is here. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. English Learning Channel is here to help you. We create stories, lessons, and practice materials. Subscribe and keep learning with us. What did we learn today? Today, we learned English words and sentences. We learned about pronunciation and grammar. But more importantly, we learned about life, about courage, hard work, and never giving up. The power of stories. Stories are powerful teachers. They help you remember words better. They show you grammar in action. And they inspire your heart while training your mind. Practice this story. Watch this video again tomorrow. Try reading the story out loud. Write down new words you learned. Practice makes perfect. Thank you. Thank you for spending these 20 minutes with me. Thank you for choosing to improve yourself. Thank you for believing in your dreams. You are already on the path to success. Final words. Remember Marco's journey, from a poor village boy to a successful doctor, from failure to achievement, from doubt to confidence. You are capable. If Marco can do it, you can too. You have everything you need inside you. Add hard work, add patience, add faith. Success will come. Keep learning. Don't stop here. Keep watching more videos. Keep practicing English every day. Keep chasing your dreams. Join our community. Subscribe to English Learning Channel. Turn on notifications for new videos. Comment and share your learning journey. We are a family of learners helping each other. Your story awaits. Your success story is waiting to be written. Every day you practice, you write a new chapter. Make it a story worth telling. Make it a story that inspires others. Thank you once again, my friend. I'm proud of you for making it to the end. This shows your commitment to learning. See you in the next video. Keep learning,
Keep growing. English Learning Channel.